Hello everyone, welcome to my channel LearnIT. Let me introduce myself and proceed it further. My name is Prashant Kumar. I have 7 plus years of experience in the IT industry and I am working on the ServiceNow platform. Currently, I am working as a solution consultant and application developer. Here in this video, I am going to share my knowledge on the ServiceNow platform. So let me tell you about ServiceNow. So what is ServiceNow? It is one of those software platforms that can show a rapid return on investment and continue to deliver strong value as the organization expands its use. So what is ServiceNow exactly? So it is a cloud-based workflow automation platform that enables enterprise organizations to improve operational efficiencies by streamlining and automating routine work tasks. So with roots in ITSM, ServiceNow has evolved to become the enterprise service management platform for different organizations, as well as it is uniting all the business functions like customer service, HR service, and security, and many more. And further, I am going to tell you what is the key benefits for ServiceNow. So, benefits of ServiceNow generally includes automates routine process, maintain clear visibility to stakeholders, assigns and prioritizes work automatically, consolidates system into a single architecture. So let me proceed further on ServiceNow capabilities, what it includes and what it does exactly. So there are different workflows in ServiceNow system where people can use different type of workflows. So there are like IT workflows, employee workflows, customer workflows, creator workflows. So IT workflows generally involve ITSM, ITOM, ITBM, DevOps, security operations, integrated risk management, and employee workflows generally include HR service delivery, safe workplace service delivery, and customer workflows generally involves customer service management, field service management, and creator workflows involves app engine, integration hub, and we have some of the now platform feature as well which is generally used in ServiceNow like workflows and integrations, machine learning, AI and analytics, user experience and feedback, reusable data model, security and compliance, administration and configuration. So let me proceed further to tell you what are the different links for ServiceNow where we can go and start. There are some useful links for ServiceNow. You can get all the details on this page from different sites. Suppose you want to gain some more knowledge about ServiceNow. What is ServiceNow? So there is a docs.servicenow.com which is officially released by ServiceNow to gain learnings on ServiceNow side, and therefore there are community to get answers for a lot of questions and requirements that can be asked through community.servicenow.com/community. And there are some training activities that can be performed through the site, and as well as we can get a personal developer instance from here, developer.servicenow.com/tech.do. And there are some learning activities that can be performed through now learning site, that is nowlearning.servicenow.com/lxp. And let me tell you as this is my first video for sharing the knowledge in ServiceNow, there are some of the links which I will walk you through as well as show how to request a personal developer instance. First link is docs.servicenow.com. This helps us to get more information about the ServiceNow platform and its applications. Next is community.servicenow.com/community. This helps us ask questions and create blogs and articles about the ServiceNow platform. Many developers give solutions for the asked questions. And next one is support.servicenow.com. This helps us to ask questions with ServiceNow support related to product bugs or issues. And next comes now is nowlearning.servicenow.com. This helps us to get some basic knowledge of provided out of the box ServiceNow applications. This also helps in the preparations for certifications for different applications also. And next site is developer.servicenow.com. With the help of this, we can get our own personal developer instance free of cost. First, register yourself with required details and click on request instance. So request instance is visible here. So we will click on this request instance and see San Diego Rome release version it is showing. So we have to pick for latest release. So we are selecting San Diego here and we are requesting a personal development instance from here. So we will be coming back shortly as soon as instance is provided. Let's move further for now. Next is ServiceNow releases. So the upgrade process that moves your instance to a new ServiceNow release version. So that is called ServiceNow releases. Releases names are generally based on city names you see here, like last month's new release came, that is San Diego. Each release brings exciting new features, applications, and implementation, and each upgrades improves upon the previous one. As we see, ServiceNow releases are published 2 times per year. The current San Diego release was delivered in Q1 2022. Prior to San Diego, there was Rome release, and next release is Tokyo, which would be coming on Q3 this year. Next comes is ServiceNow user interface. So ServiceNow user interface has been divided into two components. First is banner and second is content frame. So next I will show you about banner. So what it contains. So banner will be visible to all the pages in ServiceNow. So first is like logo, second is navigation menus, third is content title, and fourth is user menu and help and notifications. And if you see navigations, we can check and search for all the applications or modules or module category inside this navigation menus. And under user menu we can go to profile and set the preference, impersonate user, elevate role, or logout. And next is like content frame for ServiceNow user interface. On this content frame, list can be visible, form can be visible, dashboard can be visible, service catalog can be visible, service portal can be visible, knowledge base can be visible. As you can see, the instance is ready and we can just open our instance and check how it looks like. So we have to wait for some time until it loads further. So this is the username admin and current password, which we can reset when our instance is open, and we can return to the developer site from here, and we can see start building button will start appearing here, and we see that our profile under our profile we can see activate plugin, manage email properties, release instance, change user role, remove demo data, manage password, reset and wipe instance, refresh instance, upgrade instance. And let's go to instance how it looks. So this is the instance while I have login and how it looks, and we can see the guided tour is provided on home page. We can go through that and we can see the banner is visible here, which I was mentioning earlier. This is the banner and this is the content frame. So if you see, this is the navigation menu which will be coming under all section, and we can find all the applications and application modules under this navigation menus. And this is the user menu where we can log out and set the user preference. And this is the content frame where Lot of things can be visible, like we can show workspace here. So workspace will be visible, and we can as well as show dashboard, homepage, and as well as whatever we click here, it will be visible on the content frame. So this is all about ServiceNow user interface. Today I am going to tell you about ITSM and its process. ITSM includes the process and technology used to plan, deliver, and support IT services. ITSM is a strategic approach to IT management with a focus on delivering value to the customers. ITSM clearly defines the roles and responsibilities of every individual and department with regards to IT services. It allows for increased productivity, lower cost, and improved end user satisfaction. Next, I will explain you about the benefits which is around ITSM. It will prevent issues before they occur, efficient use of ITHR, reduce downtime, quickly bounce back from critical IT issues, insightful reports, process workflow, service-based incident management. It saves time and money. And next is ITSM process, which is behind ITSM: incident management, problem management, change and release management, workflow, talent management, service level management, request management, configuration management, continual improvement management. Now I will explain you about incident management. Incident management is used to manage and track incident. ITSM incident management handles entire incident management process to restore service to customers as quickly as possible. The ability to prioritize incident and service request according to business impact allows staff to focus their efforts where they can be most effective. Next is problem management. Problem management process removes defects from the IT infrastructure, eliminate recurring incidents, and stabilize the environment. Change and release management. ITSM tracks scheduled and planned infrastructure changes, including process management and planning capabilities. Change implementation is quicker and more consistent with risk and errors minimized. This application includes a built-in approval process for change and release management. The change module is completely integrated with incident, problem, and service level management applications. So, what is service level management? Track service level commitments with the customers and from vendors so management can pinpoint weakness and take corrective action. Next, request management. Manage and follow up on service requests, including requests to reset passwords, install new workstations, update personal data, or access information. Request information helps ensure that important requests are always moving forward. Next is configuration management. It will track all configuration items in your IT system, identify, verify, and maintain critical configuration information for hardware, software, personnel, and documentation. Next, continual improvement management. Request improvement opportunities and implement phases and tasks to track performance goals and measure success. Connect improvement to your overall business strategy and improve service efficiency. Last is workflow and talent management. It will support your business objective by correctly positioning the most talented employees to provide the best possible service. So next is ITSM framework. ITSM framework is generally based on ITIL, CMMI, Six Sigma. So what really ITIL is? IT service management are based on ITIL, a registered trademark of Axelos Limited. IT organizations use this integrated process-based framework to track, deliver, and manage technical service for an enterprise. Incident, problem, and change management are most commonly adopted ITIL practices. Organizations also frequently implement self-service and a service catalog. High-performing ITSM services mapped to ITIL processes helps employees happy and productive. ITSM ensures alignment in the needs of business and IT infrastructure. Next framework is CMMI. CMMI stands for Capability Maturity Model Integration, which is administered by CMMI Institute, a subsidiary of ISACA. CMMI is a framework designed to provide best practice for product development and its maintenance. CMMI is designed for ease of use, flexibility, accessibility, and integration across methodologies. Six Sigma. The overall goal of Six Sigma framework is used to completely eliminate errors. It does by quickly identifying defects, determining their root cause, and optimizing process for accuracy and repeatability. Today I am going to explain you about list and forms and application and data. In previous videos, I have already explained you about ITSM in ServiceNow. So today I am going to give you an overview of list and forms and applications and data. So what is list? So list is a content page where we can display number of records from the table which we have selected as part of that list. So rows and columns will be organizing the list. Each row is a record and each column is a field from the record. So these lists can be searchable, sortable, editable. So I will show you in instance how this list looks like. So here is my instance and I am going to show you incident list, how it looks in the system and what all things can be performed as part of this list of incident table. So let me show you. So as we can see, the list is loaded on our screen. So this is the incident table list where we can search anything. Suppose like we have to search for email. So I have searched short description that contains an email. So we got three incident and this filter is generated. Okay, and what we can do more is like we can sort the incident list using clicking on it, or we can sort it using recently created or last created. So we can perform these activities using right click of particular column, and as well as the list layout can be editable. So like if we have to update anything on the list layout record, so we can just select, double click on any columns. Suppose I can double click on software, so I can change the category as hardware and subcategory as monitor. So the value will be changing from the list layout. So now I will show further on list. So we can see the filters which determine which table data is displayed and what kind of filter is applied. So I have already shown you the filter is already applied. So this is the breadcrumb where we have applied the filter. We generally call it as a filter. And we can also show and hide filter from this funnel icon, and as well as we can save the filter for our use in future. So that's all about list and filters of ServiceNow. And next is forms. So each form content page displaying field and values for a single record from a database table. So form can have one column layout or two column layout or a mix of both. Forms are generally opened in modules in all menu while clicking a record number in the list. So you can see the form how it is displayed. And form generally contains sections which are grouping of fields and rendered in different tabs. So it helps in differentiating what field is used for what kind of section. So in this section you can see the notes, related records, resolution information. So these are displayed as a separate section. And inside forms we can define multiple views. So view is an alternative layout for presenting the record to different users. Suppose this is a view for self service for end users, like who will not be having any roles, so that they will be seeing this current view of self service. And if someone wants different view like admin users, so those users can see default view as well. So let me show you on instance how this form looks. So let me try to open this form and show you how it looks. So as you can see, this is the two column layout which is established on this field, and this short description and description fields are one column layout that is established as part of single form. And we can see the notes, related records, resolution information section is displayed. So here it is divided on notes. We can get all the details what is happened on this ticket in past. And in related records we can define parent incident or problem record or any change we can add here. And in resolution information, resolution things are populated like resolution code, notes, resolved by resolved. And this is the related list which is displayed under form, task SLA, affected CI, child incident. Here also we can display the records which is related to this particular incident. So this is called the related list, where we can display different records as well. So next I am going to explain you about ServiceNow applications. So platform offers suite of standard applications such as incident, problem and change, that is IT service management. So these are the common applications which generally every client implements on their system. So first is service management, IT operations management, business management, and any custom application development which any organization requires. So what are those applications? So those applications are a collection of files and data that deliver a service and manage business process. So these are the common applications which manage organization process in a very beautiful manner. So next I am going to explain you about components of an application. So what it contains exactly. So components of application has tables, UI elements, application files, integration, dependencies. So table is generally created when we generate any table. So one table is created on this format, and some security rules has been written when these tables are created. And UI elements generally contains menus, modules, list, forms, and application files generally contains business rules, workflows, UI actions, and many more configurations. And integrations generally contains REST web services, JSON data format, SOAP web services, and more. And dependencies generally contains task table or some another applications if we have any dependencies for another application. Next is application scopes. So in ServiceNow, when we create any application with application scopes, so their scopes is generated separately. Like if suppose application A is created and application B is created. So what would be the difference? So table A would be different completely with table B, and whatever the customizations will be done on application A, so that will not be reflecting on application B, and whatever customization has been implemented on application B, that will not get reflected in application A. So what application scoping does is it protects application by identifying and restricting access to available artifacts and data. Data such as tables, forms, business rules, UI policies. Application developed prior to application scope are in global scope. All custom applications have a private scope that uniquely identifies them and their associated artifacts. So next is configurations versus customizations. So there are two options whenever we are working on instance for organization needs. So that is configurations and customizations. So what are configurations? So we are preparing an instance using ServiceNow best practice and APIs to meet your requirements without making changes to baseline code. And customization side, we are making any changes to code from baseline installation of an instance. So these are the difference between configurations and customization. In next, we will tell like we should avoid customization wherever it is required because it is a good practice. Customization should be ignored many times because there can be some scenario where we can accomplish certain requirements without doing customizations. So there could be some data change on users and groups. You don't have to keep that demo user data. And second is adding adequate scripts like appropriate business rule and client script, adding fields, forms, UI actions within limits. So these things will definitely increase your performance in your ServiceNow instance. So that's why this is considered as a good practice to avoid customizations whenever it is possible. So next place where we get certain amount of applications is ServiceNow store, which is maintained by ServiceNow itself. So what all application we generally get here is suppose we get any application which is developed by different organization or any person from outside of ServiceNow. So he has created any application and it has been uploaded by that person with the help of ServiceNow, and then the requirement comes in different client side whether we can implement any applications which is existing already in ServiceNow store so that we can utilize it. So it will reduce our time of developing particular applications. So this is the store where we get certain amount of application where we can find and reduce our effort of creating other application which is already there in ServiceNow store. Next is method for data population. So there are number of methods available for populating foundation and process data in ServiceNow. So first is update set and import set. Update set and import set are methods for adding data on instance. Second, cloning and instance data replication. Cloning is a method for overwriting all data on ServiceNow to another ServiceNow instance. Incident data replication copies data from one instance to more than other instance. Suppose there could be like prod, test and dev. So we can just clone our dev and test instance from production. Third is integration. So integration can be used to create new data, update existing data or delete existing data. So next I am going to explain you about update set. What is update set? Update set is a group of customizations that can be moved from one instance of ServiceNow to another. An update set allows administrator to group a series of changes into a named set and then move them as a unit. Every instance of ServiceNow has default update set, but user can create additional named set where they can move their required changes to production or test environment. So what is the difference between named and default update set? So named update set is like we always create any update set to capture client required changes as per the requirement, And default update set is generally created by default in the system, and that should not be closed or deleted or changed anytime. Whenever we are performing any update set movement, we should not touch default update set at all, because default update set generally captures the data which is not required to move to further instance in test or prod. So default update set is not at all recommended to close or move to test or prod instance. Another way of importing data into ServiceNow is import set. So import set is used to import data from various data source and map that data into ServiceNow tables. So as you can see here, some of the data source are there. So data sources generally is Excel, CSV or XML format or HTTP or FTP or JDBC, from where we can use this data source, and using these data source in import set, using import set table, we transform those data and move to target table using transform map. So we can map the data. Suppose we can map user data, location data, groups data, CMDB data. So how we can do the transformation of data from data source to target, data source to import set table, and then to target table. So let me explain the transform map, how it works. So transform map is a set of field map that define the relationship between import set table and a fields on a target table. Suppose when we upload any data using Excel sheet, so import set table is created with the required columns wherever whichever was available on our Excel sheet. Suppose there are three fields: username, first name and surname, which is captured on Excel sheet and it is uploaded into ServiceNow. So import set table will get generated, and after generating this import set table, we create a transform map with the target table, and we map those username values to user ID, first name to first name, and then surname to last name. So this will get mapped to the existing ServiceNow data. Suppose user table or any CMDB table or company table or location table. Next is system cloning. So what system cloning does? So system cloning generally happens from production to test, UAT, QA or dev. So why it has why it has performed system cloning to different instances? Suppose we are working on multiple instance, and as well as we are moving lot of changes from dev to UAT and then UAT to production. So what happens is like sometimes on dev we do some lot of POC, or we do extra development which is not required to move to test or prod, and many times in test environment some changes is captured which is not required to move to prod. So at that point of time the system cloning is required to clone so that all the instances will be in sync. Generally it happens when we do an upgrade or we have a very big go live of any project. And what are the benefits of system cloning? So system cloning benefits involves reliable, automated, non-destructive, and no impact to production instance. And as well as it syncs all the environment, and we can start development on dev, and then we can move required changes to UAT and prod without any impact. And next is system cloning exclusions and benefits. So we can exclude tables or preserve data or do cleanup scripts while completion of cloning. So exclusion of table generally happens like if we don't want to clone any table from prod to non-prod or dev with its data, then we can exclude those tables and those tables will not copy any data from production to UAT or dev. As well as we can preserve data, and as well as we can do cleanup scripts on dev and UAT, like disabling emails, and we can do reindexing, and system setup will happen, like we can just disable in some of the integrations which can be triggered. Yeah, so these all benefits this cloning includes. So another way of loading data into ServiceNow is integrations. So ServiceNow integrates with many third-party applications and external data source to share business data. Suppose standard integrations of ServiceNow includes login, single sign-on, that is LDAP, communications, monitoring tools, discovery and systems management, Active Directory, Jira integrations. So these all integrates with ServiceNow to provide their data in ServiceNow instance, so that both the application will be in sync. Whatever data is available on their applications, that would be coming on ServiceNow using some schedule job running every day, or in some business hours, or in morning or in evening. So these are all about integrations whatever I have mentioned. If you have any questions or any doubt, you can just mention me on comment what is the doubt and what is the question. Today I am going to tell you about Now platform interfaces. So there are different ServiceNow platform interfaces. There are three Now platform interfaces. So first is Next Experience Navigation, Now Mobile App, Service Portal. So there are three ways through which ServiceNow users can interact with Now platform. Each of the three components provide a different interface targeting different device and purpose. All of these interfaces access the same single system of record and common data model of the Now platform. As you can see, this is Next Experience Unified Navigation, ServiceNow mobile app, service portal. So there are three ways to interact with ServiceNow platform. So next is Next Experience Unified Navigation. So Next Experience Unified Navigation, it is the primary way to interact with applications and information in ServiceNow instance. Next Experience feature include landing pages, navigation menus, designed with tabs for all application and modules, history, space, workspaces, favorites, and user menu as well. As you can see in the screen, this is the Next Experience Unified Navigation, that is new UI. So here you can see the menus will be displayed under this section, and this is ITIL dashboard, contextual app pill. So what it does is like it will provide the name of the application which is currently open on this content frame, and this is the global search where we can search all that tickets and relevant information provided in ServiceNow platform. And this is the notification icon where we can check the notifications which is aligned to that particular user, whoever the person is logged in. And this is the help section where we can demand help with the support person. And this is the user menu where we can go to our profile and check the user preference as well as impersonate the user, and we can elevate role and as well as do logout as part of this Next Experience UI. So ideally we can access Next Experience unified navigation using our desktop or laptop through a web browser. Most web browsers are generally supported. So only the browser which is not supported is Internet Explorer. Rest all browsers Next Experience UI will be supportable. And next UI is ServiceNow mobile applications. So there are two persona focused mobile app in ServiceNow. First is ServiceNow Mobile Agent, second Now Mobile. So these apps helps agent and employees work more efficiently and productively on the go. Select the flashcard below to learn more about ServiceNow mobile app and its target audience. So first one is like ServiceNow mobile agent. ServiceNow mobile agent is targeted to the role of fulfiller. It supports the need of those fulfilling requests for products and services across the enterprise. So another way we can call mobile agent as service desk people also. Now mobile app is targeted to the needs of an employee. It includes functionality such as reporting broken items and finding available conference rooms. These apps can be downloaded from the application store and configured by application developers in Now platform with the features, functions, and details needed for your business. The same expectation you have for all your other mobile application outside of work now also apply to ServiceNow mobile apps. So reason to use ServiceNow mobile app. So it is completely native using the device built-in features. It is codeless and rapid development of new applets. Ability to submit, view, and update requests, issues, and tasks. Global search to find people, service, and items and articles. Fulfillers to complete work while not connected. Push notifications for access to important information instantly. Access to virtual agent and knowledge articles. So these are the reason why we should use ServiceNow mobile app. So, for using Now mobile app, we have to download it from Apple iOS store and as well as Google Android store, from the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. So this can be downloaded and used by the users. So another way of UI is Service Portal. So what is Service Portal? Service Portal provide a user-friendly self-service experience by providing access to specific features using widgets. Users are able to search for knowledge articles, catalog items, existing records, or submit requests, browse the corporate news feed, and much more. So the service portal homepage can be accessed by navigating to the instance URL with /sps. It can be changed according to organization as well. So instead of sp, you can use any organization URL also. And then both expert and developers and beginners with proper permission can configure portal to create engaging experiences. Less technical users can make basic configuration changes to UI using branding editor and other components of service portal. Advanced user can edit and extend portals widgets. Expert user can use the widget editor tool to write script to power a portal and even create a rich web applications on the Now platform. So this is the UI how it looks for service portal. We can see the user can search knowledge articles and he can raise a request in under catalog section or request something, and under request he can find existing tickets or request which is raised. Under system status we can check the status of any application which is down, and in cart functionality generally used whenever we are raising any catalog items. And this is the user menu, and this is the global search where we can search the request number and different things. And this is the links where we can access certain things like request something, we can request something knowledge base, we can access knowledge articles. And this is the approval section where we can get the approvals. And this is the my open incident link where we can see the list of incident. And this is the announcement where we can get the updates for current organization. and this is the current status of any application, whether it is down, and this is the top rated articles which is viewable by different users. So who uses service portal? Several different kinds of users can configure a portal. So limited coding service portal was designed so that even users with limited coding availability or knowledge of the platform UI could set up a portal. ServiceNow expert user with an understanding of ServiceNow platform can create portals, set up URL redirects, and view all the components of portal in a table. So most configuration takes place in service portal configuration page. But in some circumstances, service portal administrator may need to do additional configuration directly within the platform. So here comes developers where they can do advanced customization on certain widget or create a new widget according to the customer requirement, and it includes experience on AngularJS and Bootstrap. In all cases, user configuring a portal must have admin or sp_admin role. So what are the basic concepts of service portal? So we should have some basic understanding for all the components that make up a portal. So portal generally includes themes, pages, widgets. So themes generally define the look and feel of complete portal but can be overwritten according to the customer requirement. Pages. So pages can control where and how you store portal content. Pages do not have a defined relationship to the portal records. Widgets. Components in service portal are called widgets. We can use HTML template, CSS, client script, server script, and JavaScript dependencies to define what a widget is able to do. So from an AngularJS standpoint, widgets are essentially a superset of an Angular directive. Most of the data in service portal is managed in different locations throughout the system. For example, if you are building a knowledge portal, the data exists in service portal, but the knowledge articles are authored and managed in knowledge application. So additional resource service portal is built with several well-known technologies. Use the following website as resources to help you understand and configure your portal: Bootstrap, CSS3, Flexbox, Angular, JavaScript. Thanks for hearing me out. Stay tuned for more videos. Please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel LearnIT.